I was furious as I watched the video featuring my cheating wife and her 3 affair partners. I nearly vomited when she allowed them full access. When they were finished, one of those bastards said, "Yeah, baby, you're beyond amazing. I think we can do this again tomorrow, and if your cuckold shows up, we'll have to tie him up and make him watch." They all laughed, and the second one added, "I think he's the type who'll beg us to do it again and again." Chapter 1. Shattered Illusions. I had just gotten back from my weekend trip, a business conference 2 states over, 3 days of long meetings, sleepless nights, and lukewarm hotel food. All I wanted was a shower and to collapse into bed beside my wife, Heather. Instead, I came home to darkness and silence. Heather wasn't in bed. The house smelled like cheap perfume and stale wine. I figured she'd gone out with her friends again. Her new book club, which never discussed a single book, judging by the texts I'd seen on her lock screen. I tossed my luggage in the corner and noticed her laptop still open on the kitchen table. That's when I saw it. A video window minimized. Curious? Sure. But something told me not to open it. I did anyway. And my entire world collapsed. The video wasn't hidden. It was right there, labeled with a sick joke of a title, Heather's Treat. I clicked play. The screen filled with the familiar view of our master bedroom. Same headboard, same sheets. Except my wife wasn't alone. She was in bed with 3 men. No shame, no hesitation. She let them touch her like they owned her. Laughing, moaning, whispering filth. She was proud of what she was doing, basking in it. And when it was over, one of them, some smug, tatted-up bastard, wiped his face, lit a cigarette, and looked straight into the camera. "Yeah, baby, you're beyond amazing. I think we can do this again tomorrow. And if your cuckold shows up, we'll have to tie him up and make him watch." Another guy chimed in with a chuckle. "I think he's the type who'll beg us to do it again and again." They all laughed, and she laughed with them. I slammed the laptop shut and stumbled backward, nearly knocking over a chair. My hands were ice cold. I had to grip the counter just to stay upright. There wasn't anger yet, just disbelief, nausea, the kind of sickness that comes from realizing the person you gave your life to never really existed. But that didn't last long, because when the fury hit, it was all-consuming. She thought I was a joke, that I'd break down, that I'd cry or beg or forgive. She had no idea what was coming. Chapter 2. No confrontation, just plans. I sat at the kitchen table for hours. I didn't cry, didn't scream. I just stared at the wall, the video still seared into my brain like a slow-burning brand. Every word, every breath, every filthy laugh replayed in my mind. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a drunk one-night lapse. It was orchestrated, filmed, saved, labeled. That was the part that told me everything I needed to know. Heather hadn't just cheated, she celebrated it. She documented it like a trophy, then left the evidence casually on her laptop, like she wasn't worried about being caught. Because in her mind, I was harmless. She saw me as soft, predictable, forgiving, a man who would swallow betrayal just to keep the illusion of love. She was wrong. I opened the laptop again, not to re-watch, but to document. I transferred the video to an encrypted drive, copied her browser history, grabbed every file, every screenshot, every little detail I'd need later, and then I opened a blank Word document and typed just one sentence. "This will not end with you winning." I packed a small bag, just essentials. My IDs, passport, a burner phone I kept for emergencies, never used, still in the box. Cash I'd saved for a surprise trip. I took my time, methodical and silent. Heather still wasn't home, probably out celebrating again. Good. That meant I had time to make the first move. Before I left, I slipped a folded note inside her vanity drawer. I saw the video. "You'll never see me coming." No signature. Let it haunt her. Chapter 3. The Disappearance. By the time Heather stumbled through the front door that night, heels in hand, makeup smudged, reeking of someone else's cologne, I was already gone. No car in the driveway, No trace left behind except the note tucked in her vanity. I'd disabled all my social accounts, pulled out half of our joint savings, the half I legally had claim to. I'd also scheduled my resignation email to send to my boss the following morning. Not because I was running, but because revenge like this needed room to breathe, grow, and infect. I checked into a small motel 2 hours outside the city. No cameras, paid in cash, no paper trail. From there, I began building my plan. Slowly, meticulously. First, I made a list of everyone important to Heather, her boss at the boutique law firm. Her church group. Yes, that irony wasn't lost on me. Her parents, her 2 siblings, her best friend Jenna, the only one who didn't appear in the video, and who had once drunkenly told me, "Heather's not as sweet as you think." Then I made a second list, the 3 men in the video. Thanks to a few clues in their dialogue, facial recognition tools, and Heather's saved texts, I got full names, social media profiles, and even their workplaces. They weren't just nobodies. One of them, tatted up bastard number 1, was married with 2 kids, worked in marketing. His company's entire brand centered around trust and loyalty. Delicious. The second was a fitness trainer with a huge female client base, a real Instagram motivation guru. He liked to post about respecting women and discipline in relationships. Perfect. The third was a bartender at some downtown lounge Heather always claimed was too loud for her taste. He had a reputation for sleeping with married women, a reputation he now bragged about in texts Heather had saved. She loved it. I smiled for the first time in 24 hours. This wasn't just revenge. This was going to be surgical. But first, I needed Heather to feel the emptiness. I activated the burner phone and sent her a text from an anonymous number. "Do they treat you better than I did? Is it worth it yet?" She replied 5 minutes later. "Who is this? Please, is this you? Please talk to me." Then another. "I don't know what you saw, but I can explain. I need you. Please come home." She was unraveling. Good. This was only the beginning. Chapter 4. The First Strike. Before revenge, there must be silence. Heather kept texting for days, begging, pleading, shifting between rage and regret. Her messages swung from "you misunderstood everything" to "you're destroying our life" to "please just talk to me." I never answered, but she didn't know I was watching. I had access to her cloud, synced to the laptop she never bothered to secure. I read her texts in real time, listened to voicemails she left for Jenna, even watched her browse Google late at night searching things like, "What to do when your husband disappears?" "Is it illegal to film a cheating spouse?" Signs of being watched. The guilt was eating her alive. Now it was time to let the world taste a piece of it. Strike 1. The personal leak. The first message went out to Heather's family group chat. I created a throwaway email and used a subject line that made it impossible to ignore. "Thought you should know what your daughter's been up to." Attached was a short, edited version of the original video. Faces blurred, except Heather's. No nudity. Just enough. Her moaning, the 3 men, the laughter, the "we'll tie him up" line. I ended it with, "This is what she gave up her marriage for. Your perfect daughter." I didn't wait for their reaction. I knew it would come. Within 2 hours, Heather's iCloud pinged nonstop. Her mother called her 3 times. Her sister sent 11 angry texts in a row. Her father didn't say a word, just unfriended her on Facebook. She didn't know how it got out, and she had no idea who would be next. Strike 2. The career guillotine. Heather's law firm marketed itself as Family First Legal Solutions. Irony at its finest. I emailed the senior partner, an older gentleman who once toasted us at the Christmas party, calling Heather a rising star. The message was simple. Would your clients appreciate knowing your junior associate is involved in gang-style affairs while married, and had the affair filmed? I attached a still from the video, time-stamped the weekend Heather had called in sick. I also included a copy of her explicit messages with the third guy, saved from her own phone. By the end of the week, her email was deactivated. Her LinkedIn status changed to looking for new opportunities. And still, I wasn't done, because her pain wasn't yet personal enough. Next up, the affair partners. Chapter 5. The Three Dogs' revenge wasn't just about destroying Heather, it was about marking every man who thought it was funny to humiliate me, who laughed at the idea of tying me up, of me begging them to take my wife again. I had their names, their jobs, their weaknesses, and now I had the time. Dog number 1, Brandon, the married marketer. Brandon, the cocky one with the wedding ring, had a pristine online image. Happy husband, loving dad, frequent family-first posts with his wife and 2 little girls. His company's slogan? Trust, loyalty, legacy. Oh, the irony. I compiled a dossier. Stills of the video. His face wasn't blurred. Screen grabs of his sexts to Heather, and a side-by-side comparison of his family vacation photos. Versus his texts saying, "I love wrecking married women." Then I sent a polite message to his wife. "Hi, Lauren. You don't know me, but I know Brandon. You deserve to know what happened on the weekend of date. This is not an attack. It's the truth. I'm sorry you had to find out like this." Attached were the files. 12 hours later, Brandon's social accounts vanished. His wife filed for separation the following week. I heard, through one of Heather's remaining friends, that his company was reviewing personal conduct that may reflect poorly on our brand. 1 down. Dog number 2. Zeke, the fitness fraud. Zeke was a walking billboard of masculinity, trainer, YouTuber, Instagram guru, preached discipline, monogamy, and being a real man. Had a brand partnership with a protein company built on values. Perfect. Using Heather's old texts, I found the gym he worked at, and more importantly, the fitness influencer he was trying to sign a joint venture with. I messaged her anonymously. "Thought you'd want to know who you're about to go into business with. Here's how he treats marriages." I sent her the full package, clips, screenshots, a breakdown of how he bragged about it all while training power couples. 2 days later, Zeke posted a vague apology on IG. "We all make mistakes. I've hurt people. I'm working on myself." But the comments were brutal. He lost 6,000 followers in 48 hours. Brand deals, pulled, clients, fled, 2 down. Dog number 3, Damon, the bartender, who bragged. Too loudly, Damon was small time, just a bartender who prided himself on stealing married women. He didn't care about consequences, so I brought them to him. Using Heather's texts, I posed as a scorned husband of another woman Damon had bragged about. I left a 1-star review on the bar's Yelp page. One of the bartenders, Damon, prides himself on seducing married customers. Even films it. Might be fun for him, but it's harassment and poison for the business. Then I emailed the bar's owner, attaching the video timestamp with Damon clearly visible. Shirtless, drunk, laughing about how cuck husbands should watch. 2 nights later, Damon was gone from the staff list. No post, no farewell, vanished. 3 down. Heather? Still texting me. Now every message was filled with desperation. What's happening? Why are people messaging me? Please just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't answer, because I wasn't done. Next up, the final move, the one she'd never recover from. Chapter 6. The Public Unmasking. The first phase was revenge. The second? Exposure. See, Heather didn't just betray me. She built an entire persona on loyalty, marriage, and morality. She worked at a mid-sized nonprofit where she gave talks on relationship trust and wrote blog posts about building communication in modern marriages. She once made a post about our anniversary, a paragraph about how much she respected me as a man, thousands of likes, comments like, "You two are goals. Love like this gives me hope. Power couple energy." I let those comments sit for now, because I had a plan. Step 1. The anonymous drop. I created a brand new email with no trace to me. Then I compiled a press-style media packet, the edited PG-rated screenshots from the video, Heather's messages to the three men. The audio clip of "Tie him up and make him watch." A short, calm summary. This is the truth behind Heather's image. Please verify the contents and consider whether she should continue representing values she clearly doesn't hold. Recipients? Her supervisor at the nonprofit, the blog editor she wrote for, a few industry colleagues she'd recently networked with. Step 2. The image shatter. It took 2 days for the cracks to show. Her blog removed her name from their contributor list. Quietly, no announcement. The nonprofit issued a vague statement. "We are currently reviewing concerns related to one of our staff members. We take ethical representation seriously." Heather's personal Instagram went dark. The last thing she posted before vanishing was, "Sometimes the people you trust the most are the ones who destroy you. Please don't believe everything you hear." Comments started flooding in. "Is this about the cheating? You lied to all of us. Wow, fake life exposed. So much for marriage values, huh? The illusion? Destroyed." Her last messages. That night, I checked the burner phone. She'd sent one last series of texts. "Please stop. I'm begging you. They've suspended me. I might lose my job. I don't understand how you became this cold. You loved me once. And finally, you win. I've lost everything. Are you happy?" I stared at the screen, then deleted every message, because this wasn't about being happy. This was about balance. But I wasn't quite done. There was one more move left, the message that would haunt her forever. The final lesson. Chapter 7. The Wedding That Never Was. Heather and I were planning to renew our vows in Italy. A symbolic gesture, 10 years into our marriage. It was supposed to be intimate. 20 guests, a Tuscan villa, a sunset ceremony. I canceled everything. But I didn't just cancel quietly. The RSVP switch. I kept the wedding website live, only I changed the homepage. Gone was our smiling photo. Gone were the cutesy bios and dreamy vineyard details. In their place, a letter, written by me, plain, director, calm. This ceremony is canceled, not because of cold feet, but because I discovered the woman I've loved and built a life with has been lying for years. Below you'll find excerpts of a video that clearly shows Heather, my wife, with 3 other men during what was supposed to be a romantic solo getaway. I've also included screenshots of messages between them. This isn't an act of revenge, it's an act of clarity. If you've ever admired her image or envied our relationship, let this be a reminder. Sometimes the greatest betrayal hides behind the warmest smile. What happened next? I watched the guest book fill up like wildfire. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. This is devastating, but thank you for your honesty. Heather owes you more than an apology. She owes you her silence. Her maid of honor unsubscribed from the list. Her cousin messaged me privately and said, "I never liked how she talked about you when you weren't around. You didn't deserve this." Even Marcus, one of her affair partners, got a taste. Someone forwarded him the site. I know because a new comment appeared. "The real coward is the one who laughs before he's exposed." Good luck explaining this to your wife, Marcus. Yeah, that's right. He was married too. Heather's breakdown. The final update came through a mutual friend. Heather's spiraling. She tried to delete everything online. She's staying with her sister. She won't stop crying. Says she's been humiliated in every corner of her life. And that was the moment I felt it. Not happiness. Not even satisfaction. Peace. Not because I hurt her, but because the truth was finally louder than the lies. Chapter 8. The Last Word. It's been 6 months since the day I hit play on that cursed video. 6 months since I looked into the eyes of the woman I built a life with and realized she was never who I thought she was. Where she ended up. Heather lost everything she once bragged about. Her job, terminated for reputational risk. Her public platform, followers dropped, brands ghosted, blog wiped. Her marriage, over, not with screaming, just silence. She lives with her sister now. No social media, no spotlight, no curtain to hide behind. Last I heard, she tried to start fresh with a pseudonym and a YouTube channel about Healing after trauma. It flopped within weeks. No one wants life lessons from a fraud. Her final message. It came in the form of a handwritten letter. Not email, not text. A 3-page confession. No excuses this time. Just pain and regret. I thought I could have it all. I thought you'd never leave. But I see now. I broke the one person who ever truly saw me. She didn't ask for forgiveness. She didn't beg for a second chance. Because by now, even she knew. There was no going back. What I learned, some betrayals burn like fire. Others freeze you in place, but the worst ones, they're quiet. They sneak up behind you wearing the face of love, and when they strike, you question if anything was ever real. That's what Heather did to me. But here's the twist. She didn't destroy me. She freed me. Where I am now. I moved out of our old place, sold the house, got a new number, new email, new city. I've started hiking again, met new people, started consulting, even joined a writing workshop. I don't tell people what happened, not right away. Because my story isn't just about what she did. It's about what I did after. I chose to survive. I chose to rebuild. And most of all, I chose me. Final thought. To anyone reading this who's ever been betrayed, humiliated, or shattered by the person they trusted most, you're not weak, you're not stupid, and you're not alone. Sometimes the greatest revenge isn't rage, it's clarity, it's silence. It's watching someone fall into the hole they dug for you, while you build a new life above it. Drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe, and share with someone who needs this message.
Of some, and I know that, again, this is not your area of expertise, but if you wanted 130 grams of protein, what are some examples of what you would eat throughout a day? Because I think sometimes we've talked about it on the show and people write in and say, well, that's a lot of protein. How do you even get that much protein?
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I try to eat the whole foods. I try to do, I do a lot of shrimp, chicken. I eat all the meats. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt. I eat a lot of cottage cheese. I do smoothies. But I'm not going to lie. It is hard and I'm busy. I'm running a business and I do a lot of protein powder, honestly, or I'll do protein bars.
What's your protein powder and protein bar pick?
I actually Peyton just gave me this suggestion, Just Ingredients protein powder. It's
oh my God,
really
I love
good.
her.
Have you tried? Yeah.
I've never tried her protein powder, but I love her Instagram account. That's the one I always
Is she good on Instagram?
Oh my God. She tells you what toothpaste to have. She tells, yes, I send it to you every second.
Are you sure it's the same person?
I'm positive. It's every single toothpaste. I changed his toothpaste. I changed your detergent. I changed every single thing that you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I still got it. This hair gel is the most toxic thing I've ever seen. I'm still working on that. But Just Ingredients, amazing. Okay, and what about for bars?
Good. For bars, I'm a little bit of I don't really care as much. It's about the convenience. So the taste doesn't matter. So I'm looking for high protein, relatively low calories for my protein bars. Honestly, I like the Kirkland ones. I know Peyton does not like those. They, I think, are good because they're 21 grams of protein and around 200 calories, which again, that's what I've heard from dietitians is great for a protein bar. You're looking for around 20 grams of protein and then overall low calories.
So how much protein powder